Turn up the radio and sing along. It's time for another great song. This is the Great Song Podcast.
Season's greetings and welcome once again to the Great Song Podcast. I'm Rob Alley.
I am JP Mosier.
And we're here to celebrate the greatest songs in modern music history. We're going to tell you what makes them great, why we think they're awesome, and why you should too. JP, how you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. I'm wearing my favorite sweatshirt. You commented on it earlier. It's got Bo Jackson on the front. It says touchdown. Yeah. It's from the Tecmo Bowl Nintendo video game. Y'all don't even know. Takes you back to a happier time. Just good times. And I think this song will take some of y'all back too.
Oh, absolutely it will.
This will give you back. This is a throwback. We teased a little bit last week about which one we're going to play. If nothing else, I'm going to just listen to this song.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted to hear this song. Yeah. So let's do an episode on it just so we can hear it.
This is I Love You Always Forever by Donna Lewis.
May not be on some of your radar until you hear it, and then you'll be like, yes, it is.
Yeah, come on. Here it goes.
Amazing. Here we go.
Feels like I'm standing in a timeless dream of light mists with pale amber rose. Feels like I'm lost in a deep cloud of heavenly scent. Touch it. Discovering
you. Here it is.
Oh, man.
Those days of warm rains come rushing back to me. Miles of windless summer nights. Secret moments shared in the heat of the afternoon. Out of the stillness, soft-spoken words. Say it again. I love you, always, forever, near and far, closer together, everywhere. I will be with you, everything. I will do for you. I love you, always, forever, near and far, closer together, everywhere. I will be with you, everything. I will do for you. You've got
That harmony. Come on.
Man. Oh, and there's more coming. There's another part. Oh, dude, yes. That's so good.
This song, man, is
So good.
just warm, instant feelings all over. Even as a kid, or as a teenager, I should say. This is from the 1996 album "Now in a Minute" by Donna Lewis. Even as a kid, this song felt different to me. You know what I mean? Just felt unique. Coming over the radio, it was just warmer and more you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. So well produced.
I can't fully describe the feeling this song gives me, but it's significant. It's almost like it's almost sensory. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It almost reminds me of something that I love that I actually experienced somehow. You know what I'm saying?
I like warmth. I think that's good. I think marshmallows. I don't know why I think it's just soft. It's tender. It's good.
I'll tell you what's the MVP of this song other than Donna Lewis's voice, which is unique and is it sounds like it came out of an anime. You know what I'm saying? Almost like it's you know what I'm saying? Like she kind of sounds like a character.
That's good.
But the synthesizer on this song is just gorgeous
It
all
is
the way
perfect.
through. And it's giving these beautiful like voicings, and the tone of it is just
Harvey Jones. We'll talk about him on Meet the Band. But,
so good. Harvey, like dark and just it's just beautiful. I love it so much. This hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 9 weeks, and it was kept from hitting number 1 by the same song all 9 weeks. Do you know what it was?
No.
Well, this song is one of my favorite one-hit wonder songs, right? Like this is Donna Lewis. She had one other song called Without Love that you could maybe say was a hit. I could sing you the hook and that's it.
Okay.
Right? I could sing Without Love.
We're going to keep her in the one-hit wonder section because we have a game coming later.
I'm definitely calling her a one-hit wonder, and I think largely that's what she would be, okay? but it was this story also involves one of my least favorite one-hit wonder songs. Now, do you want to guess what held it from getting to number one?
Oh man,
My least favorite one-hit wonder song, all 9 weeks, kept this from reaching number one by Macarena by Los Del Rio.
Look at that.
It was the summer of Macarena.
Oh man, poor Donna Lewis. There's nothing completely more different than the Macarena than this song.
This song, yeah, absolutely. Although you could almost, they're like the same tempo. You could really almost mash them up into some weird, like, godforsaken,
I
like,
love you, do the Macarena, man. Oh, man.
Because it was the
Macarena.
like the same tempo. Dude, that just disgusts me to think of those together.
I was trying to throw the words in.
Macarena. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it just made me disgusted to even think of. Anyway, it is actually tied for third among songs with the longest run at Billboard's number 2 spot without hitting number 1.
Oh,
okay?
that's a cool stat. I like that.
We'll call this the Bridesmaid Award.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Second place.
Yeah.
You're
So
the Cal Naughton Jr. from Ricky Bobby.
Yes, exactly. So it is tied with "You're Still the One" by Shania Twain, which also spent 9 weeks at
It never
number
hit number
2.
one?
Never hit number 1.
Wow.
We're talking about the Hot 100, right? The overall chart. It was behind "Too Close" by Next. You know this? Which I guess I just missed. I went to look it up and immediately blushed. It's literally like a Lonely Island song, but dead serious. And don't even bother.
I don't know
Listen to that song. It's filth. And then "The Boy Is Mine" by Brandy and Monica.
Brandy.
Yeah,
Monica,
same. So the most weeks at number 2 without topping the chart, 2 artists are tied at 10 weeks. Missy Elliott's "Work It" behind "Lose Yourself" by Eminem, and Foreigner's "Waiting for a Girl Like You," which stayed for 10 weeks behind "Physical" by Olivia Newton-John.
Now, that's a similar battle because "Waiting for a Girl Like You" is kind of soft and tender, and "Physical" is just weird like the Macarena.
That's right. And the other one that it was "Physical" and "I Can't Go for That, No Can Do" by Hall & Oates.
Yeah.
So which means that Olivia Newton-John dropped to number 3. Like both of those, you know what I'm saying?
But Hall & Oates jumped to 1.
That's right. They jumped to 1. Yeah.
So, Foreigner, man.
Yeah.
We need to do a Foreigner episode. We'll have to
Absolutely.
do one. Maybe
Totally.
that one.
Yeah. Let's see. Inspired by the novel "Love for Lydia" by H.E. Bates. In an interview with Billboard, Donna Lewis said, "The author wrote it in such a descriptive and beautiful way, set in English countryside, that I wanted to try and create this atmosphere in the song."
She even mentioned that on the inner liner notes.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Yeah, she put that inspired by H.E. Bates' novel "Love for Lydia."
There you go. JP always bringing this is one thing about JP. We've sort of alluded to this, but almost every episode that we've done, JP brings a physical copy of an album.
Either the vinyl or the CD or the cassette. This is 5 cents well spent at McKay's.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
God bless McKay's bookstore.
This one isn't even bargain or very scratched. It's always been 5 cents.
from day one. So yeah, she said, "When I wrote its melody, I wanted to write something simple, remembering falling in love for the first time in this summer, that magical, wonderful feeling. That was it, really. The whole thing just came together." And by the way, when she talks about the English countryside, Donna Lewis is Welsh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
From Cardiff, Wales.
Yeah, I had no idea at all. In fact, this song was the highest charting song by a Welsh artist since Bonnie Tyler, who I also didn't know was Welsh,
Total Eclipse of the
went
Heart.
number 1 with "Total Eclipse of the Heart."
Yep.
I had no idea. I guess I just assume everyone's American sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Now, it did hit number 1 on the Billboard Radio Airplay chart, which means that it got the most airplay, you know what I mean, of that particular week. So even though it was stuck at number 2 on the Hot 100, it did go to number 1 on that. Speaking of one-hit wonders, real quick.
Okay.
I've got something on this, and then I know you have something.
Yeah,
okay?
absolutely.
So let's go all the way back to season 1, episode 1 of the Great Song Podcast for a minute.
Okay.
In which I called Mark Cohn at the very beginning of the episode, writer of Walking in Memphis, a one-hit wonder. I have since then often regretted it because of this story. We had a chance to have Mark Cohn on the show sometime around episode 50, if I recall. JP contacted his PR person and had several good conversations, and things were looking good for us to cross paths, maybe even do an in-person interview. So Mark's PR person tells JP she'll have Mark check out the show and give it the okay if he's down. And we're all excited. The guy who inspired our show is going to listen to it.
He's going to listen to the episode.
And then nothing.
Crickets.
Radio silence.
Since then.
Yeah. No Mark, no PR person, nothing.
Crickets.
And then it hits me. crap, I called him a one-hit wonder, and that was probably really offensive. The guy's still touring 30 years later, and I called him a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
So now, in this episode,
We would
where
like
we're-
to publicly
where
apologize.
we're talking about it so much, I think it's okay. Okay, it's a good time to formally apologize to Mark Cohn and get water flowing under the bridge. So, Mark Cohn, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I called you a one-hit wonder. I mean, so what if Walking in Memphis is your only Billboard Hot 100 Top 40 single? What we need here is an official ruling, like a rubric on what is a hit song, right? So that you can create a definitive list
Sure.
of who is and who isn't a one-hit wonder. Because Mark has top 40 songs in other charts, mainstream rock, adult contemporary, even the AAA chart, which apparently is adult alternative. I don't even know what the third A is, but that's a thing. But Walking in Memphis is the only undeniable hit, okay? But that, I suppose, does not make him a one-hit wonder just because he only had one breakout hit.
That's one of the worst apologies ever. Like,
so-
you kept going back. It's like saying,
Yeah.
to be so fat, you don't sweat too much.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. So I'm sorry, I guess. I don't even know anymore. If I had a song that cracked the Billboard Hot 100, you better believe I'd call it a hit.
Yeah.
So sure, I apologize to Mark
Yeah.
Cohn, I think.
Okay. Well, let's play a game.
Okay.
Let's play a game. So, you know me, I like these weird games. So we're going to do one. I'm going to set up this here contraption if it'll reach. I'm going to play what I feel like is a one-hit wonder by a female artist.
Okay.
And Rob is going to have 10 seconds. I'm going to give him this bell. Let me reach
Okay.
in my bag and grab this bell. He can ring it before just so you can hear what we're talking about.
All right.
To see, I think I'm going to give him 10 seconds to name the song and the artist.
Okay.
You can get 2 points.
Okay.
You can get
All right, 2
one,
points. Okay.
2, or none.
Okay.
So we're going to run through this list. We'll do them fast. Hang on tight, guys, while we set this up.
All right. Okay, so I've got my bell.
Ta-da-da!
Can I hear that? All right.
It's we tried to use the same bell that we used when
Dave Barnes, yeah.
but I left it. So I guess we really didn't try that too hard. So I stopped off at the dollar store,
right.
and this is the best bell we could find.
It's got a purple bell housing on it, and it says "Ring for Wine."
That's the best I could find. Give it another jingle. So when Rob knows it, he's going to ring the bell, and I'm going to stop the track.
All right.
10 seconds
got
of
10
each.
seconds.
Here we go. We're going to run through these. Here we
Okay.
go. Number
All
one. Oh, man, I don't know how long it takes to this one to come in.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
That
6
would
seconds.
be. I'm going to ask for 3 points on this one because the song has 2 titles.
You're gonna do both of
It's
them.
99 Luftballons,
Yeah.
the German version, 99 Red Balloons, the English version, and the artist is Nina.
Boom, Rob.
Bam.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
There's much rejoicing. I'm
Thank
the only one
you.
that can clap. You'll have to clap with yourself when you get it right.
Yo.
You guys can clap out there on the
When the beat kicks in that song, that slaps.
Oh, yeah.
Like when the halftime
You
beat
wanna
comes in,
Jump into the.
dude. Go to the first part where it comes in with the riff. Yes. Yeah.
There we go.
That
Nina.
slaps. That slaps.
All right. So that's the. Oh, and these are all female one-hit wonders.
right.
So we know. So Rob has 3 points.
So no Mark Cohn on this list?
No Mark Cohn.
Oh,
on
man.
this
That
list.
dude's going to hate us forever.
Oh my gosh! And there is a prize of unspeakable value if Rob can get to a certain point. I've written down a number. Let's see if he can get there.
Did you give me 3 points for the first
I
one?
gave you 3
Okay,
for that
all
one,
right.
so you got a bonus point. Number 2.
Oh.
Okay.
That would be Tony Basil.
Tony Basil.
The song is Mickey.
Mickey, boom. We'll have to insert some clap and applause.
Parodied
in post.
by Weird Al Yankovic. We will interview you. Weird Al Yankovic on his first album, it was called Ricky, and it was like Lucy and Ricky.
Yeah.
Oh, Ricky, you're so
Y'all know
fine.
this song?
So you can take me home.
This one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so
Let's
fine.
hit the chorus.
Oh, never mind.
It always means you won't. You're giving me
Anyway, that one. Okay, I'll jump into the next one.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
We should get this one.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Boom.
That's Alana Miles, Black Velvet.
A lot of Miles Black Velvet.
Yeah. Go back and listen to that episode. That was a good episode.
Yeah, that was a good one. Check that one out. Rob only needed 3 seconds for that one.
Yeah, you
That's
only
the
need
quickest.
that opening riff.
Man, he's right. He's already got 7 points on 3 songs.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
Boom.
Oh, I'm
Time.
so mad. Hold on. Oh, no, I'm so mad. No, that's Natalie Imbruglia. Torn.
It is.
Oh,
Good
man.
job, Rob. Almost got to the vocals. Didn't even need them.
Man.
Claps, applause, inserted in post-production.
There was another song. You ever do this when you're trying to think of something where there was another song interfering in my brain that I
Oh,
thought
man.
that had some similar sound?
Okay. Good job, Rob. He has a perfect score +1 so far.
Wow.
Here we go. Doing well.
Bonus credit.
Oh, this is a toughie. Oh, man, I hope it gives enough time to get into the hook. tough one. I'm going to give you a few extra seconds.
Oh,
I gave
this
you a
is-
few extra seconds.
yeah,
on that
and it was when it hit it. That's "Groove Is in the Heart" by D-Light.
Groove Is in the Heart by D-Light. I know
Yes.
that's under protest because of the extra seconds, but there were some extra noises at the beginning, and I want him to score well because I like the prize. Here we go. I about said the name of this song.
Hiya, Bobby.
Hi, Ken.
Oh, man.
For a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
I'm a Bobby.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man. I didn't stop
wow.
that time. Oh, too bad.
Literally, it was so off my
Oh,
radar
man.
that I hate this song so much. I literally thought the guy said "Hiya, Bobby."
Bobby.
because it was.
Oh, man. I stopped it too late.
Hiya, Bobby.
All right. You want to guess it?
Ew. Yeah, that's "Barbie Girl" by Aqua.
Barbie Girl by Aqua. Good job knowing the band, so we'll
Yuck.
give you props on that one. One of my favorites. This song is magnificent, and you may not know it.
No?
We may have a stump, and it's a good one. Boom, that's all you're getting.
Is it Selena?
It is not Selena.
That's my best guess.
See if you know this song. Do you know this one? Crush by Jennifer Page? Wait for the chorus.
No.
Really?
I
Anybody
don't
out
think so.
there? I love this song. Wait till the chorus. I think you might. Maybe you don't. We have our first X.
Yeah, it's just a flat
right here.
zero. Oh wow. Oh man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not on anybody's list but mine. Okay, we got our first X. It's all right. He's scoring well.
What's her name?
Jennifer Page?
This is just a chord.
It is. That's all you get.
Oh no.
That's enough.
Oh no. It's
I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna
Wait,
play
is that
back.
is that 1 week by Bare Naked Ladies?
No, it's not.
it's
bad.
been.
I'm gonna play back to the exact same point.
Oh no.
Pick the chord, and you get that word.
Oh, that did it. That one
That
syllable.
Second, 11 seconds versus 10.
Wow.
You got
Yes, that would be Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor.
It is nothing compares to you. By Sinead O'Connor.
man.
Well done. Ring your own bell on that one. That was
I literally think I would not have gotten
Oh,
it had I
that's it.
not got that extra.
So good. What a
Yes,
fun
he-
game. Rob, you're doing very well. Everybody out there be applauding along with me. Okay, here we
Man.
go.
Four Non Blondes.
Ring the bell. That'll stop it. There we go.
Four Non Blondes. What's up?
There we go. Good job, Rob. Killing it. Killing the game. All right, here we go.
Oh yeah. Fiona Apple, Criminal.
Fiona Apple.
Was she a one-hit wonder?
I don't know.
She had the first Sleep to Dream. Was that a hit?
We can debate out there. I don't know any other Fiona Apple songs, so I categorized her in this.
Okay.
Some of
maybe
these-
I just caught on early. Criminal was definitely her breakout for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, here we go.
Oops. I was covering
There
up
we
the bell. That would be Love Fool by the Cardigans.
2 seconds on that one. Wrong.
That one's instantly recognizable.
fire.
That was
That
Scott, yeah.
I kind of want to hear a little of that. Just
Yeah.
Give me just a second of this.
This is another, honestly, kind of akin to this song in its feel.
Yeah.
It feels very
Similar
sweet.
vocally, similar.
Those vibes on there.
Yeah, it's good. Okay. All right, moving on.
That would be Sonny Came Home by
Ooh.
No. I can't get somebody else out of my brain. That's Sonny Came Home by I See Your Face Now. I have it. It's coming. Sonny Came Home by Shawn Colvin.
Shawn Colvin. Did something with
Boy.
Bruce Hornsby there on the
Boy.
Night in the Town album.
Yeah.
I was like, he'll get that one. All right, 3 more. This one, I don't know. This one may take a little.
While he was scheming,
You know this one?
I do not know that at all.
Blue Cantrell?
Nope.
Hit 'em up style?
Nope.
Hey, ladies, if your man wanna get
Nope.
Really?
I don't know. It
Don't
sounds
know
cool
this.
though.
It's a good song.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
cool.
okay, so we found one that 2 X's. Well, you've already hit the point total that I had written down, so these are bonuses just
It's
for
a
fun.
fun game. Let's do this every week.
Here we go. 2 more.
So one of these nights and about
I forgot that's how this song started. I should've-
What is this?
We'll give 10 seconds of song.
For the Lord's gonna come in his heaven airplane.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. Okay, we're going to 10 seconds from now.
Oh, That's Joan Osborne, One of Us.
One of Us. That's good. I completely forgot that.
Oh,
Started
I
like
guess
that.
I've never heard the studio
blah,
version.
Blah, 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 blah. Not to be confused with Mini-Me and Dr. Evil.
Yeah, blah,
What if God was one of us? Last one, guys. Here we go.
This is so fun.
It sounds like Etta James, but it's not.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Oh, right
That's
at the 10-second mark.
Macy Gray.
Macy Gray.
And the song is. Oh, come on. Ed Helms singing on The Office.
You can't go out with an X.
My world crumbles when you are not there.
3,
I say it goodbye
2.
and I choked on. What is it actually called, though?
I try.
I try to say goodbye?
I try.
Okay.
I try.
Oh, it's called I Try. Okay. Man, you talk about another unique voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Macy Gray.
Great job, Rob, on the game. Hope you guys enjoyed playing along with us at home. That was a lot of fun. I'm
keeping that.
Got a bell. Oh, the prize. Hang on, I got to give them the prize.
Wow.
For those of y'all you can't see, I brought my Atlanta Braves hat today, but I got Rob a 2019 postseason Atlanta Braves hat, fitted hat.
Yeah, postseason. Come on.
Cup Howie.
It was a disappointing postseason.
Disappointing postseason,
As
but-
most are, but
it looks good.
Fits like
great,
a dream.
Fits like a glove.
Turns out I'm a 7 3/4.
7 3/4 for you guys. I
Wow.
took a guess on the size, and I guessed right.
It's got the World Series holograph logo.
Cup Howie. There you
Man.
go, guys. Maybe we'll post a photo later with our prize.
Fantastic.
There, I'll hold the bell.
I love it.
On
man.
we go. Cool. Commence
so
episodes.
much.
That was fun. Great job, Rob.
All right, a few notes from me. Listen to the way the tambourine kind of sets this thing off. We're talking about the synth and whatever, but let's listen a little bit just how the tambourine sort of gently moves the groove along.
Heavenly sent, touch it, discovering you.
It's going to come in on the off beats, right? So the 1 and 2 and. And it's just there through the whole song. It's steady. You don't hardly
yeah.
notice it. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't have picked it out. I thought it would be part of the loop, but it's
Right. Yeah, it's just,
Come rushing back to me.
yeah. The freaking
good eye.
chugga chugga guitar part is the heartbeat of this song.
Absolutely.
Right?
We'll
Just-
talk about that guy.
And another kind of MVP of this song is reverb, right? Like reverb. I guess we've never actually talked about
Fills it out.
what reverb actually
man,
is,
yeah,
but
that's
reverb is that sort of it's a natural occurrence, and in the studio you synthesize it a little bit most of the time. But it's just the way sound hangs in the air. If you're standing farther away from a reflective surface, you get a certain amount of reverb, or the way a room is built can cause a certain amount of reverb. Smaller rooms, larger rooms have different amounts. But this is just sort of everything is kind of soaked in reverb, and it just gives it this like sort of heavenly. You know what I mean? The sound ethereal. Yeah.
Whoa,
Oh,
that was weird. We said it at the same time.
wow.
Amazing.
So I guess it was right. Another thing I super love about this song is the way that she says the word everywhere on the chorus. Everywhere. It's like it's closed up a little bit. Everywhere. It's so adorable and cute. I just love it. Let's listen to it one time. And the other thing that I don't know why, but when she right before the chorus, when she says say it again, sets off the chorus so well, and I can't explain why, but it just does.
Be with you, everything.
Hang on.
Say it again. I love you, always, forever, near and far.
This is for everywhere. Hang on.
Together, everywhere. I will
I just love it. I don't know. It's so adorable. The whole song, everything is like dreamy and just head over
so
heels.
good.
She did exactly what she was trying to do. She was trying to first love in the summertime.
This is one
It's just
episode where I feel like
incredible.
we could have played the song underneath us the whole
Yeah.
time and like talked over it.
It
as
would
we
never
talked.
have gotten in the
It
way.
wouldn't have. No, it would have just been our undertrack.
Yeah, you could play that if you had a version of this that had no vocals.
Uh-huh.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
just the loop
You could
and
just
the
listen to it
pad
all
and the-
day, and
Yeah.
you would just be so like,
Yeah, it's good.
nothing could get you down that day.
Well said. Do you want to talk about the band that made it possible?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's meet the band.
Hey, let's meet the band. It's time to meet the band. Hey, mama, let's meet the band. Let's all meet the band.
All right, we're gonna meet the band that played with Donna Lewis on this track. I'll give you a little bit of history. You will not find this band on the internet. So if you do not own the actual album cover where you can look this up, good luck finding out who played on this.
Okay.
Because you can't, it's not listed on Wikipedia. It's not listed, it's tough to find.
Okay.
So fortunately for me, I have this album where I could then cross-reference because she lists at the bottom who plays what instrument on each song.
Solid.
So that made this helpful. Not the same band all the way through, just so you know, but on this one, here we go. Let's roll. We'll start just going left to right on we'll save her for the bit on bass. Tony Franklin, Anthony James Franklin, played bass with Jimmy Page, Paul Rogers, David Gilmour, Whitesnake, Tony McAlpine. Not what you would
Donna
picture.
Lewis.
And Donna Lewis.
Wow.
Also played in the house band with David Letterman and Paul Schaefer for a while.
Oh, cool.
So he's not your Donna Lewis bass player.
No.
He's your hair metal, your rock band guy, but he, and at least his sensitive side on this one. So well done, Mr. Franklin, Tony Franklin on this. Bass a vital part of this, helping drive it with the drums. So
definitely.
On guitar, I think that's nested across hers. It's on my list next. Yeah. On guitar, Jimmy Bralower. It's Bralower. This guy is
Like brawlower?
Bralower.
Okay, all right.
Like a bad pickup line.
Yeah.
Bralower.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Irish guy. He's Irish.
Okay.
Lead guitar player. Played with David Bowie, Rufus Wainwright, Duncan Sheik. Somebody
Yeah.
that we could also possibly put in the one-hit wonder category.
Definitely a one-hit
with
wonder.
Barely
Firmly
Breathing.
a one-hit wonder.
So maybe we'll do that episode sometime. I feel like that's a guy we could get. So I feel like we could get a hold of you. Duncan, if you're listening,
I'll be honest.
shoot us a message.
I've tried.
Okay.
I've tried to get Duncan before.
Oh, wow.
And I think he just doesn't care.
Okay, cool.
We'll see. He's a busy guy still. He's doing like Broadway stuff and all
Good
that
for
stuff now.
him.
So like I think he just doesn't have time.
Okay, cool. Well, maybe not.
We'll
and,
keep going.
And Avril Lavigne. He did some stuff with Avril Lavigne. That is Jerry or Gary, depending on how you pronounce it. It's it's Jimmy Bralower.
It's
I don't know
Jimmy,
how
pronounced
I put-
Gary.
I don't know how I put Gary there, but anyway. Oh, no. That's right. His name is Gary Leonard. I botched that. The order.
Whoops.
Sorry, Gary Leonard. Okay. All right, whatever. Gary Leonard, that was all your stats.
That's great, Gary.
Gary, you're awesome. Let me rephrase. Gary Leonard played guitar with David Bowie, Rufus Wainwright, Duncan Sheik, and Avril Lavigne. It can be confusing because of the way she writes the names and gives the credit. One is darker, one is lighter, but it all runs together in a line.
I see.
And I jumped to the right too far. On drums, now Jimmy Bralower.
Oh, okay,
There we
okay.
go. Actually, drum programming.
Yeah.
A lot of just mainly programming. Big with Columbia Records. Get this. He started working for Columbia at age 14. He's
Wow.
like one of the original drum programmers. So we need to give this guy his due credence. So Jimmy, great job. He did drum programming on Higher Love, which we talked about earlier.
Okay.
And on True Colors, the Cyndi Lauper song.
Oh, yeah.
So, and Phil Collins.
Iconic
So
stuff.
yeah, it's he's like big time on that. So yeah, iconic drum loops,
That's
drum
cool.
programming. Good job, Jimmy.
Another thing about this thing, there's so many little things about this song that make it great. I love on the chorus when she says, I love you always forever, near or far, closer together. When she says together, there's two snare hits with it instead of just boom, boom.
Which is
it
neat that
goes,
the word is together.
Yeah. And then it goes near or far, boom, like just little. That's it. Like it just does it. I just love it so much. It's
Well
perfect.
done. Keyboard program, we mentioned his name earlier, but now we'll put him in this section. Harvey Jones, jazz guy, really a jazz guy. For somebody with this kind of programming, you wouldn't have thought jazz legend, but he's a big jazz guy. Also, throwback to last week, did a lot of work with Al Green early in his career. So did his Christmas project, played piano and all that. And most of his gospel stuff, he did all of his keyboard programming. So
And a lot of Donna Lewis's stuff post this has been jazz influenced.
Okay.
I say post this more. The stuff that she does now is more whatever. Which
and
actually,
she plays piano on this song.
Yes.
So she beside her name it says vocals, piano, keyboards.
Yeah.
So she does actually keyboard programming too. So gives herself credit for that on here. So yeah. So that's a pretty tight knit
I want
group
to
there.
while we're talking about this, the synth and keys parts. There's a kind of hybrid chord happening in the bridge section. Okay. Let me play you the bridge, and then I want to tell you why I love this.
I will before you say you love forever, never stop, never, whatever, near and far and always and everywhere. And if you say you love forever, never stop, never, whatever, near and far and always and everywhere.
Let it play through the big vocal part.
Say you love me forever, never stop, never
Start layering the vocals.
far and always and everywhere and ever. Say you love me forever, never stop, never ever near and far and always and everywhere and everything.
That reverb tail, man.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Listen to this on headphones sometime, man. The reverb will just make you so happy. So yeah, there's a really neat thing happening there in the bridge that I love. We're in the key of C. Okay.
C major.
The piano plays a hard like C over E voicing, right? Say you'll love me forever, never stop. It's a hard C over E, which just means you're playing the C over its own third. Okay. The pad comes back in though, and instead of playing a straight C over E, the pad, the synth part, comes back in playing like a true E minor 7 voicing, which is like a it's like a D G B over E, like a second inversion G chord. It's the notes of a G chord, but it's voiced from the bottom up, D G B. Okay, whether it's playing an actual C or not, I can't tell. It might be playing both, but what you get is this beautiful tension that I absolutely love. You're getting the C and the B, which are a half step away from each other, right next to each other on the keyboard, rubbing against each other. And then also the added D note that the pad is playing. I love to play a 1/3 chord that way, or to play like if it's written an E minor chord, play it like a D G B C. It just gives this extra tension that I just adore. It's very Bruce Hornsby. I just love it. And so to hear that that's kind of a jazz guy, it makes sense. You know what I mean? It just makes that the root and the seventh of the key rubbing against each other over that third is just gorgeous. I love it so much.
Not always noted for her vocal range. F3 to G4 is her vocal range in this right here. Pretty
Okay.
decent vocal. Not
Yeah.
huge amount, but pretty well versed. Tempo's 104. The one thing that tell me what you think. She gets compared to Cyndi Lauper. Do you hear it?
You know, I thought while I was listening to this, Cyndi Lauper could have recorded this song and made it a hit.
Yep.
Like it would have been not very different at all. I could easily have heard Cyndi Lauper on this just as well. And let's not discount the lyrics of this song. I'm going to be the one to say, let's check out the lyrics, because I'm always like, get to the hook. Couldn't have told you a lot of lyrics on the verses, you know what I mean? Because I get so wrapped up in the music production listening to just how beautiful it is. But there are some really gorgeous lyrics in this. Feels like I'm standing in a timeless dream of light mists and pale amber rose. It's just so poetic, you know what I mean? And some of this may have come from the novel, you know what I mean? It feels like I'm lost in a deep cloud of heavenly scent, touching, discovering you. Those days of warm rains come rushing back to me. Miles of windless summer night air. It's just very beautiful. You know what I mean? Lyrically.
Say it again, Rob.
It's I just like that it's very evocative language. You know what I mean? It kind of puts you in a place. And of course, I love the line, "You've got the most unbelievable blue eyes I've ever seen." It's such a good line. It's just, I don't know. It's just gorgeous song. That's why we think it's awesome, and we think you should too.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't really say it any better than that. That's well.
Couple other notes before we wrap this up.
Okay.
Her age, Donna Lewis's age. Did you see this?
I didn't.
Okay. Not that this matters. It doesn't matter at all, but there's a mystery surrounding Donna Lewis's actual age.
Okay.
Her Billboard bio says that she was born in 1973, which would have made her 23 when this song came out.
Okay.
I think you can look at the video and pretty clearly see that she wasn't 23 when this came out.
Well, you
okay.
can see on the
Now,
inner
people
liner note of this picture.
People look different, but I'm just saying it's fairly obvious to me. I would go, that's not a 23-year-old. Other articles in People Magazine and Entertainment Weekly that came out at the time of release suggest that she graduated from the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama in 1979. So if she was born in 1973,
yeah, she'd have been 6.
some of these things don't match up, right? And they quote her in those articles from 1996 as already having been married 9 or 10 years. So
Wow, okay.
if you do a little math, let's say she was a prodigy and graduated college at 17.
Okay.
Okay, like she's a
Doogie
brain,
Howser.
right? Yeah, she's Doogie Howser. She graduated college at 17. In 1979 means that in 1996 she was 34.
Okay.
Okay. More realistically, she was closer to 40 when this song hit.
Man.
And has just been disguising.
It doesn't feel like
kind of
a
disguising her age.
40. I mean, not that.
Yeah, it's right. It just sounds so cute and adorable, and she sounds like a pink stuffed animal. You know what I mean? Like, so I just think it's interesting.
Yeah,
but she has never like revealed her actual age. It's always been a thing that she has intentionally.
That's not your first question you ask her when you meet her.
No,
never ask a woman how old are you.
That's right. Yeah, but I think it's a kind of a thing where how like when Sia came out. She would always wear the thing over her face, the weird hair, and she wasn't really in her videos. It was always a young girl or whatever. And it turned out that she was like 40 when she hit.
By the way, Chandelier's a rock star song.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just a thing because people get hung up on, who's this old lady trying to sing this pop song? You know what I mean? Yeah. Instead of being like, this sounds incredible. This song is amazing. Yeah.
I've never seen a video for this, now that you mentioned that.
It's weird. I hate it.
Okay.
I really hate the video. She's cramped up in these little spaces playing a piano, putting herself in very awkward positions for me as a viewer.
Doesn't fit the song?
It's just, it's a little much for me.
I haven't seen it.
So anyway, one more note, and then we're going to wrap this up. She did re-record this song as part of her 2015 album "Brand New Day."
There's also a remix on the album.
Oh, okay.
That she does that's a little bit more remixed.
Okay,
But
sure.
Anyway,
A little dancier.
Yeah.
Well, this I think you're really going to dig this 2015 version from the album "Brand New Day." It kind of lands somewhere between, and when I say I think you're going to like it, I really think you're going to hate it.
Before you play it, because I want to go out on that, I do want to mention one other song of hers that I don't want to end with.
Okay.
Like I don't want that to be the last thing we talk about.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie Fantasia?
Okay, I never. You mean Anastasia?
Anastasia, yeah.
Yes,
Fantasia.
I never did.
I had the single of this song.
Okay.
At the beginning with Richard Marx. That's a good song.
Does that mean she's a one-hit wonder then?
Well, no.
You bought her other single.
I did buy her other single, and I still have it somewhere.
Yeah.
I still put her in the one-hit wonder category because I'm going to give that one to Richard Marx.
Okay.
With her on there. But
All right.
she does sing the first verse.
Movie soundtrack. Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult.
Play it. See,
but
just
like,
play a second of it. I just want to hear a little bit of it.
We were strangers, starting out on a journey, never dreaming what we'd have.
there's almost
Now here we
there's spots where there's no note coming out. It's just a whisper.
Listen to the change for his verse.
No one told me I was going.
He's going full.
He's going, yeah.
She's whispering that note.
Unexpected, what you did to my
I'm gonna try that, just whispering. You know what I
I lost hope.
mean? Next episode, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go. Season's greetings.
Welcome once again.
Welcome to another.
Anyway, that's the other song.
Same kind of rhythmic. Everywhere and everything. Anyway, yeah, okay.
Okay,
so,
now go back to yours.
All right, so going back to this is from her 2015 album, Brand New Day, and it lands somewhere between like Norah Jones and Diana Krall, like it's very jazz influenced. It's not quite as far away from the original as John Oates' like Ragtime Mississippi
man.
cover of "You Make My Dreams Come True," but it almost is. Here it is.
feels like
Still whispering.
Yeah,
standing on a timeless
I
train.
don't know how she doesn't cough.
Of light mists, of pale amber rose,
Interesting chord
and it
choice.
feels like
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit, okay?
I'm lost.
Tell you what.
in a
We'll see you again next week with
There
a
you
great
go.
song. Find us on Facebook.com/groups/GreatSongPod, Twitter and Instagram @GreatSongPod. We'll be back next week with another amazing track to cover. And we're going to whisper a lot more. I feel it. Until then, I'm Rob.
I'm JP.
Go listen to some music.